Let we'll see what is virtual machine in our today's session. We'll discuss about virtual machine. So what is a virtual machine? A virtual machine is a software computer that, like a physical computer, runs operating systems and applications. So it is a software computer. It is not a physical computer, but on the virtual machine also we can run the operating system and we can run the application. The functionality wise, it is similar to the hardware computer, and every virtual machine has virtual devices. So guys, the hardware computers are having RAM, keyboard, storage, network, etc. So the virtual machine also has its own component, okay, but it is having the virtual component. It is having virtual hard disk, virtual NIC, virtual keyboard, okay. So it is having all the virtual components. So every virtual machine has, okay, so every virtual machine has virtual devices that provide the same functionality as physical hardware. So you will get the same functionality as physical hardware and have additional benefits in terms of portability, manageability, and security. So it is providing the same functionality and it is having some advantages as well. So what are these advantages? Portability, manageability, and security. We will discuss about what is this portability, manageability, and security. So a virtual machine consists of several types of files that you can store on a device. Okay, so you will store these files in the storage. Okay, you can store on a storage device. So it is having the characteristics like compatibility, isolation, encapsulation, and hardware independency. Compatibility means just like physical computers, virtual machine has its own guest operating system. Okay, and applications has all the components found in a physical computer. So guys, virtual machine, as we have discussed, it is having its own virtual components like motherboard, VGA card, network card, controller, etc. As a result, virtual machines are completely compatible with all the standard x86 operating system, application and device drivers. So you can use virtual machine to run all the same software that you would run on the physical x86 computer. So guys, what does it mean here? These virtual machines are compatible with x86 architecture. Okay, it is similar to physical machine. We can run the softwares on x86 architecture on physical machines, so we can run the same softwares on the virtual machines as well. This is the meaning of compatibility. It is compatible with any physical machine that supports x86 architecture. Then let us see what is the meaning of isolation here. While virtual machines can share physical resources of a single computer. So here this is a physical computer. On the top of this physical computer, let us say we have installed ESXi, then we have created 3 virtual machines, 1, 2, 3, and all these 3 virtual machines are sharing the physical resources of same server here. It is not getting the resources from any other server. They are getting the resources from the same server. Okay, so while virtual machines can share the physical resources of single computer, they remain completely isolated, even though they are getting the resources from the same computer, but they are completely isolated. So let us say if this machine goes down, it is having some issues. It will not affect the other virtual machines here because isolation is there, even though they are sharing the same hardware, but the virtual machines are isolated. So one affected, so let us say this machine is having virus, it will not affect the other virtual machines. And for example, there are three virtual machines on a single physical server, and one of the virtual machine crashes. This virtual machine is getting crashed. Two will not be affected and remain available. This is the meaning of isolation here. Then it is having encapsulation as well. Encapsulation means, guys, virtual machines are set of files. So we have VM1, VM2, VM3. These files are isolated in a folder. Okay, they are not mixing up here. So these files are getting encapsulated in these folders. Okay, so encapsulation makes virtual machine portable and easy to manage. So we have encapsulated the file in this folder, and this encapsulation makes the portability easy. Portability means you can move the virtual machine from one ESXi host to another ESXi host. They are portable. Example, you can move and copy a virtual machine from one location to another location just like any other software file, or save a virtual machine on any standard data storage medium from USB flash card to an enterprise SAN here. So we can save these files either in the USB, or you can save this file in the SAN as well, enterprise SAN, because they are set of files, they are encapsulated in this folder. So a virtual machine is a software container that bundles or encapsulates a complete set of virtual hardware resources as well as operating system and all its application inside the software package. So everything will be saved in the form of files and they will be encapsulated. And it is hardware independent as well. So virtual machines are hardware independent. Let us say you have one hardware server and you are not using virtualization here. Okay, this is the hardware server, and on the top of this hardware server you have installed Windows Server 2022 and you are using Intel architecture here. On the top of it you have installed the applications. Okay, and what you have done here, you have taken the image of this server. So after some time, let us say this physical server goes down and you want to restore the image on any other server. Let us say the other architecture is AMD. So you can't restore the image which you have taken from the Intel architecture to AMD architecture. This is the disadvantage of hardware infrastructure. Whereas these virtual machines are hardware independent. Virtual machines are hardware independent and we can move the virtual machines from Intel architecture to AMD architecture because everything is the file here. So virtual machines are independent of hardware. So you will get these many advantages if you are using the virtual machines. Okay guys, any doubt?
No.
Others?
No, sir.
All right. Let us move forward. So these are the advantages of virtual machine. Then we'll see what is ESXi. Guys, anyone what is ESXi? What is ESXi? We have discussed ESXi multiple times in our previous classes.
Sir, ESXi is a hypervisor of VMware.
Very good. So what is the use of this ESXi?
We can make various virtual machine.
Very good. So this ESXi virtualizes your hardware, correct? It virtualizes your x86 architecture. So ESXi is a type 1 hypervisor, runs directly on the computer's physical hardware. So this is our physical hardware and we run this ESXi directly on the computer hardware, and it will interact directly with the hardware, like hardware resources like hard drive, RAM, NIC, and CPU. And it is also known as bare metal hypervisor. It takes the place of operating system. So instead of installing the operating system like Windows Server 2022 or Linux server, we will install the ESXi directly on the hardware. And guys, we have different ESXi versions. So you will get ESXi free version as well. Okay, so this ESXi free version is called as VMware vSphere Hypervisor. Okay, so with this free version, you will get only ESXi. You will not get the vCenter server. You will not get the other features like vMotion, HA, etc. So how to get this free version? Using this link. Okay, so let me open the link. Let me show you. You will copy this link. Guys, you need to have the account in VMware site. You need to create the account first, then only you can download the softwares. Otherwise, you won't be able to download the software. So I have an account. So I'm forgetting the password here. Okay, so you need to log in to the website, then only you will be able to download any software. So this is the free software. You can see you registered for this product. Your downloads are now available below, and thank you for registering hypervisor client VMware license, and you will get the download options here. So okay, you will select the first option to download the image. Okay, this is about the free version, free ESXi, and you will have the paid versions as well. You will get the paid version. So you have multiple VMware vSphere paid versions. So you have VMware vSphere Essential, VMware vSphere Essential Plus, VMware vSphere Standard, Enterprise, Enterprise Plus. So to get these versions, you need to visit this website. So we will see, okay, while downloading this VMware vSphere. So this is the link, and these are the differences here between these versions. So if you purchase Essential Kit, you will get these three features. If you purchase Essential Plus, so you will get these features till here. With the standard, you will get these many features. Okay, 32 GB RAM entitlement. Okay, and with enterprise, till here you will get these features. So you can check the features here. And with enterprise plus, you will get all the available features on VMware vSphere. Now guys, let us see the minimum hardware requirement to install the ESXi. So you should have minimum 4 GB RAM, and the minimum NIC requirement is 1. And the speed, okay, it can be 1 Gbps or 10 Gbps, preferred more. And the storage, it supports these storage adapters: SCSI adapter, FC adapter, CNA, iSCSI, internet rate controller. And it supports these hard disks like SATA, SCSI, SAS, FCLearn, iSCSI, RaidLearn. and it required 64-bit processor with minimum 2 cores, and the processor should support the virtualization technology. Okay, if you have purchased the processor and it is not supporting the virtualization, means you won't be able to get the full functionality. So we can install the ESXi without any virtualization technology, but we will be able to limit it to 32-bit operating system. Okay, if you have purchased a processor without any virtualization technology, you can only install the 32-bit operating system. You won't be able to install 64-bit operating system. Guys, give me 2 minutes, then we'll continue. So we have discussed the minimum hardware support. Let us see the maximum hardware support. Okay, so till vSphere 5.5, it supports 320 logical CPUs. And from this vSphere 6 supports 480 logical CPUs, and vSphere 6.5 supports 576 logical CPUs. vSphere 6.7 supports 768 logical CPUs. Okay, and from vSphere 6.5 supports 12 TB RAM. So if you have 12 TB RAM, this 6.5 will support it. From 6.7, it will support 6 TB RAM. Maximum it will support 6 TB RAM. And we can create 512 virtual machines till vSphere 5.5. From the version vSphere 6, you can create 1024 virtual machines. And for more information like server models, motherboard, controllers, okay, whatever the models this ESXi is supporting, you can check this compatibility guide. You can visit this website and you will get the complete information about the compatibility. Even if you are unable to decide which hardware to select, which server to select, you can take the help of VMware support. Okay, and guys, so we have seen the hardware support of ESXi in your real network. Let us see the hardware requirement for our lab. So for the labs, you need a computer with 16 GB RAM minimum. So 32 GB RAM is preferred, and you should have the processor Intel VT, okay, virtualization technology, which supports that virtualization. Or you can, if you have AMD, okay, you should purchase AMD V. V means virtualization. So these two processors, okay, if it is Intel, it should be VT. If it is AMD, it should be V. Okay, and our lab will be like this. This is my computer. Okay, HPG G7 250 laptop. On the top of the my computer, I have installed Windows 10. And guys, after that, you will install the VMware workstation. Okay, then on this VMware workstation, you will install the hypervisor. This is the hypervisor, and you will create the virtual machine on the top of this VMware workstation. Okay, what happened, Ringal? You can't hear me?
I can hear you, but it's a lot of noise. It's a disturb.
Disturbance is there. Just give me
Yeah,
one
yeah.
second. Is it okay now?
Now it's okay. Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
guys, let
Yeah,
us
nice.
say
That was good.
it is good now. Okay. Actually, my voice cancellation was removed.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I have connected my voice cancellation. Just 1 second. All right. So guys,
Yeah.
let us try to understand how our lab will be. So in real network, how will you do the virtualization? You will take one physical server, correct?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the real network. So in real network, you will take this physical server. It can be HP server, Dell server. Okay, this will be your physical server. So on the top of this physical server, you will install ESXi. On the top of this ESXi, what you will do? You will create the virtual machines. On the top of these virtual machines, you will install the operating system. Then you will install the applications, correct? So at base, what is the base here? You need the physical server, correct? So in our lab, we can't have the physical server. Instead of having the physical server, what we will do? We will take the virtual server. Okay, we will have the virtual server. On the top of this virtual server, we will install ESXi. On the top of this ESXi, we will install the procedure is same. Okay, instead of having the physical server in our labs, we will create the virtual server. So to create this virtual server, we need a software called VMware Workstation. Sorry, VMware Workstation. So we will install this VMware Workstation first. This is the type 2 hypervisor. Okay, so we will install this VMware Workstation. On this VMware Workstation, we will create one virtual server. Then we will install the ESXi. Then we'll create the virtual machine. Then we'll install the operating system. Is it clear, guys? Any doubt with our lab? Please confirm.
Sir, where we will create the vCenter?
We will create the vCenter on this. We will, okay, we'll discuss. Okay, we'll discuss how to install the vCenter server. Okay, as of now, just concentrate on this lab. If I tell about vCenter server, okay, it will be an advanced topic. So you may get confused.
Okay, okay.
So just leave this vCenter server. As of now, is it clear or not?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Our lab,
Yes, sir.
others, Ahmed,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Rangal,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Mahesh. Okay. Now what we will do, as I told you, we need this VMware workstation. This is the type 2 hypervisor. Using this VMware workstation, we will create the virtual server. So from where you will get this VMware workstation, you will use this link. To install the ESXi, you will use this link. So let us see the VMware workstation link. Copy. Let me open the website here, and you can see you will get the VMware Workstation Pro, and you need to download the VMware Workstation for Windows if you have Windows operating system. If you are using for Linux, I don't think anyone is having Linux. So this is the commonly used operating system. So you need to download it, and it is the evaluation version. Evaluation means trial version. So I presume you know how to install it. So it is already downloaded and it is already installed on my computer. Let me show you. This is the VMware workstation. This is the interface of VMware workstation. So guys, you know how to install the software, correct? Or you want me to show it how to install the software, how to install the VMware workstation?
We know, sir. Means
All
I
right.
know.
No, I don't know.
You don't know how to download and install the VMware. Okay, VMware workstation. Okay, let
Yeah.
this software to be downloaded. Then I will show you.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So if you see, it is downloading the software. All right, so it is downloaded. Then you will click this option show in folder. So it will take you to the folder where it is downloaded. Then you will click it. You will double click on it. So it is preparing for the installation. So guys, why we are installing this workstation?
Instead of physical server.
Yeah, instead of physical server, we'll create the virtual server using this software. Okay, so do you want to allow this app to make changes on your device? Click yes, and it is already running. One instance is already running. उसको सिल दो जी. Anyhow, so you need to click next. Okay, so it is preparing for installation here. Okay, then you will click next. Okay, and it will install this VMware workstation. So it is very simple. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So guys, already VMware workstation is installed on my computer. So I'll have to remove the previous version, then I'll have to install this new version here. So it will take a lot of time. So the simple way, after downloading the VMware workstation, okay, next you will click this way. So stop the following process to enable the installation to continue. So which process? Anyhow, you will click next, and the final window you will click finish. The VMware workstation will be installed. After that, you will open this VMware workstation. So if you are unable to find that VMware workstation on the desktop, you will go to search and you will type workstation, VMware Workstation Pro. You will get this software. Now what we will do, we will create the virtual server first. We should have the server first, then only we can install ESXi host. So you will select this first option, create a new virtual machine. Then you will click next, and which operating system you are going to install, you need to select. So you will select the last option, You will say, I will install the operating system later. So what you are going to install on this virtual server, it is asking. So you are telling we will install the things later. We will decide it later. Then what you are going to install? You are going to install Microsoft Windows, Linux, or VMware ESXi. So you will select the third option. So which version you are going to install? We are going to install the ESXi 7. Then we'll click next. Then where do you want to save? Again, guys, it is a virtual server. So it is a set of files. So you need to specify the link. Okay, you need to specify the, what do you say? The path. Okay, where you want to save this virtual server. So we will save this virtual server in C drive. You can save it anywhere. We will save it in C drive and we'll assign the name to this folder as 5 p.m. vSphere batch. Okay, so this will be our folder name. Under this folder, we will create one more folder. And we'll assign the name to this folder as ESXi1 or server1, ESXi host1, any name you can give. And we will save our virtual server in this folder ESXi1. This is the path here. And we'll change the name as well. So we'll change the name to ESXi1 or virtual server, any name you can give. We will provide the name as ESXi1. This is the virtual server name. We'll click next and the maximum size of hard disk. So server should have the hard disk, right? So physical servers are having hard disk. So virtual server should also have the hard disk. So this is the hard disk size. So you need to select the hard disk size here. So we will provide 100 GB hard disk and we'll go with the default settings. Okay, so you can see here it will have 100 GB hard disk, memory 4096 means you will get 4 GB memory here. Then we'll click finish. So guys, our virtual server is created, ESXi1. On this virtual server, it is empty. We have not installed anything. It is a empty server. We need to install ESXi on the top of this virtual server. So from where you will get the ESXi? Again, you need to go to this link here. So this is the link to download the ESXi. From the same link, you can download the vCenter server as well. So you can see it is having essential version, essential plus, standard, enterprise, enterprise plus. You will get all the versions here on the same page. So let us go with enterprise plus. Under this enterprise plus, we will install ESXi first. Okay, ESXi 7.0 and we have vCenter server as well. So vCenter server will download it later. We need at least 2 ESXi host for this vCenter server. So let just ignore this vCenter server as of now. We'll download vSphere hypervisor, which is ESXi. And once you click this option, you will get ISO image and offline bundle. So download the ISO image. It is, if you see the size, it is 395 MB. It is very small. Okay. The size of this ESXi is very small.
Sir, please put the link on the chat box.
All right, I will put it. You need to accept the license terms. Now you can see ESXi is getting downloaded. So I have already downloaded this ESXi and it is saved on my desktop. So if you go to software, under this software, I have ISO images. Under ISO images, so we will go to 7.0 and this is the ESXi image. Okay, it looks like this. After the download, after this download is completed, this image looks like this. VMware, VMwiser installer, and you will get the version. So what we will do now, we will install this ESXi using ISO image. So you can install the ESXi using CD, so DVD, USB, okay. But we will install this ISO, we install this ESXi using ISO image. So for that, what we need to do, we need to go to the virtual server. Under this virtual server, you will select this option, edit virtual machine settings. We need to provide the path of that ISO image. On my computer, it is saved on my desktop. So here, if you see, this server is having 4 GB RAM. It is having two processors, 100 GB hard disk. Now, we'll go to CD DVD option and we'll select the second option, use ISO image. So if you select the first option, use physical drive means you need to insert the DVD drive on your computer. Then it will detect the DVD. So we have the ISO image. So we'll select the ISO, use ISO image file. Then we'll browse. So we are going to install the ESXi. Okay, so we'll go to desktop. On my desktop, there is one folder called software. Under this software, ISO images. Under ISO images, we'll go to 7.0 version, then ESXi. Then we'll select this option, VMware, VMwiser. We'll click OK. So we have provided the path here to the ISO image, but still this virtual machine, this virtual server is powered off. We need to power it on. So we'll select this option, power on this virtual machine. So this virtual server is nothing but the virtual machine here. So power on this virtual machine, and it is loading the ESXi installer. So the installation is started here. It is loading the files here of ESXi. So it is initializing the services here. VM kernel loaded successfully. So like other operating systems, it is having VM kernel. Other operating systems are having kernel. ESXi is having VM kernel. It is loaded successfully. And if you see here, it is showing VMware ESXi 7.0, 7.0.1. This is the ESXi version. And here you are seeing the server name. Since we have created the virtual server. We have created the virtual server on VMware workstation. Okay, so that is why it is showing the company name VMware here. But if it is a physical server like HP server or Dell server, you will see HP or Dell here. And it is loading the files here. It is starting the services. So it is welcoming us. Welcome to VMware ESXi 7.0.1 installation. So ESXi 7.0.1 install most systems, but only systems on VMware compatibility guide supported. So if you need to check the hardware, okay, as we have discussed, we need to check ESXi supports which server. Okay, so we need to check the compatibility. You need to visit this website. Okay, or if you can take the help of VMware support. To continue, press enter. If you want to cancel the installation, press cancel. So we'll press enter to continue, and we need to accept the license agreement. So to accept the license agreement, we need to click F11. Okay, so here if you observe here, my pointer, my mouse is stuck inside this installation. If I want to come out from this installation, we need to enter Control plus Alt. Then it will release the pointer. Again, it is stuck here. I want to release the pointer. I need to press Control Alt. All right. So we will accept and continue. Okay. If you are not agreeing with the license agreement, you can press Escape. If you agree with the VMware license agreement, you will press F11. Okay, so let us press F11. It is scanning for available devices, means it is scanning for the storage you can see. So guys, if you see, it is showing 100 GB hard disk here. And this hard disk is connected locally. It is connected to this the virtual server. So in our environment, as of now, we have only one hard disk. But in real network, you will get the list of hard disk here. If you have multiple hard disks, you will get the list of hard disk here. Whether it is connected locally or it is connected remotely, you will get the list of hard disk. Now we need to, so why it is giving this option where you want to install the ESXi. If you have multiple hard disks, you can select the hard disk here to install the ESXi. We have only one hard disk here, so we will enter to continue. Now we need to select the keyboard layout. So we'll go with US default. And here, this ESXi has created the root username. It has created root account, you can say, for login. Like administrator in Windows environment, in ESXi, it has created root account. The username is root. And here we need to assign the password. Username is created, we need to assign the password. So let us configure NOA123 hash dollar and NOA123 hash dollar. Just 1 second. NOA123 hash dollar and NOA123 hash dollar. Then we'll click continue and we'll click F11 for installation. Okay, so to confirm the installation, we need to click F11 It is installing now.
Mm. எங்கடா போற?
66% installation is done. So we need to reboot the server after the installation. If you press enter, it will restart the ESXi host. Now it will be called as ESXi host or host. Okay, the server where we have installed the ESXi, it will be referred as ESXi host or host. Now it is loading the files. It is restarting. Installation is very easy. So as we have discussed, to do the initial configuration, we need to use DCUI. After that, you will access the server remotely using web services. Using Explorer, you can say, any Explorer. It can be Google Chrome, Firefox, etc. So you will get the information about the hardware, like we have 2-core CPU here, 4 GB memory in the sense RAM. Now, this is the DCUI. Okay, this is the interface of this DCUI. To manage this host, so it will assign the IP address from DSCP. This is the IP address 192.168.140.188. And if you want to do the initial configuration, like if you want to change the IP address, if you want to change the host name, you need to type F12. Okay, and you will get the interface to change the IP address, username, etc. So guys, what we will do, we'll conclude the session here. So you will install VMware workstation. You will create the virtual server and you will install the ESXi. It is your today's task. Tomorrow we'll see how to access this ESXi host. We'll see how to do the initial configuration. Then we'll see how to access this ESXi host remotely. Then we'll create the virtual machine. After creating the virtual machine, if time permits, we will install the Windows Server operating system on that virtual machine. Clear, guys? Any doubt in today's class?
No, sir.
Oh, kindly share the video so that if in case
You
any
you didn't receive it?
No, we
sir.
have nothing to work on it every day, so it's just this lesson and then that's it. Nothing to practice on it afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't receive the videos.
Okay, no issues. So what I will do, I will share the videos. Okay. I will upload it and share the link.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
If you
and
don't
let me share the link as well. Rajiv was asking for
Yes,
the
sir.
links.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
can you share it on the okay, I share it on the
Chat box.
Okay, so did you receive it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.